Push a cart, scan a barcode, bag the items. It doesn't look like the kind of work that builds dynastic wealth. But for a specific group of retail workers, sweeping aisles and ringing up lumber was exactly how they became multimillionaires. Take Anne-Marie Campbell. She started out as a cashier in 1985. Over the decades, she worked her way up through the branches, eventually becoming the executive vice president of U.S. stores. She isn't an isolated case. According to co-founder Ken Landbun, Vitenzini deliberately built this wealth. He noted that over 3,000 kids who started out in the parking lot, entry-level employees, are multimillionaires today. We are going to unpack the specific financial mechanisms behind this wealth generation engine. But first, hit subscribe so you don't miss our future breakdowns. We typically associate this level of wealth with Silicon Valley software. In this case, the capital came from plywood, light fixtures, and lawnmowers. This chart shows Home Depot stock over 30 years. A $17,000 investment is worth $1 million today. Reinvesting cash dividends since 1981 pushes that to a 1.9 million% return. This tech-like exponential scaling is built on moving physical commodities like drywall. How exactly does a traditional brick-and-mortar retailer engineer software-like financial returns? The answer lies in a financial strategy centered on compounding. The company operates as a machine designed to systematically return cash to its shareholders. This represents 137 consecutive quarters of cash dividends, a payout streak stretching back to the early 1980s. This rising payout is directly supported by the company's ability to grow earnings per share at a compound annual rate of 10%. On top of paying cash directly, management authorizes massive multi-billion-dollar stock repurchases. They buy their own shares off the open market and absorb them, which mathematically increases the value of every remaining slice. This strategy relies on rigid financial discipline. They aren't trying to disrupt an industry with rapid innovation. They are applying sheer, compounding mathematical force. But to feed that financial engine, they need capital. While weekend DIYers make up the visible face of the store, the true revenue driver is the professional contractor. The North American repair and remodel sector is massive, representing an estimated $500 billion in addressable market share. To capture those contractors, management effectively bought up the supply chain. They acquired massive distributors like HD Supply and SRS Distribution for billions of dollars, locking in the materials pros need to complete entire housing builds. Behind the physical aisles is a tech infrastructure that receives $2 to $3 billion in annual investment. They build AI estimating tools and job costing software and bed them directly into the contractor's daily workflows. This is a $350 billion B2B logistics network operating through a massive footprint of physical stores. Currently, however, that machine is stalling. The 2024 operating environment is sluggish, dragged down by shifting macroeconomic forces. Interest rates act as a double-edged sword. They crush affordability for new buyers trying to enter the market, while simultaneously making it expensive for current owners to take out the credit they need for renovations. This chart tracks housing turnover over 4 decades, showing a dramatic drop to a 40-year low as homeowners stay locked into existing mortgage rates. Because people aren't moving, they aren't renovating, freezing the high-margin remodeling projects that generate the company's revenue. This interest rate freeze represents the greatest test of the company's wealth generation engine in decades. Management is responding to this housing freeze by optimizing their logistics networks while their competitors hesitate. The primary mechanism of this response is market delivery operations. These are specialized hubs designed to guarantee next-day delivery of heavy, bulky materials to 90% of the U.S. population. The median age of an American home is over 40 years. As these assets age, they require maintenance that homeowners have deferred. If the Federal Reserve begins cutting rates, that pent-up demand could potentially release a wave of new renovation projects. By combining market dominance with patient profit sharing, they've engineered a structure built to outlast economic cycles, proving that those two factors form a durable path to long-term wealth. When interest rates finally drop and inventory begins to move, will you have the discipline to let compounding do the work?